You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hey, welcome back to Unstoppable Actors. Quick question before we get started. Did you take the What Type of Actor Are You quiz after the last episode? If not, definitely go and do it after this one. I've dropped the link right under where you hit play, and this quiz is going to make everything in the episode click into place, and you are going to get personalised feedback on the type of actor that you are, how to make your acting feel way more authentic and consistent, and what you need to be doing going forwards to focus on to make your next performances your best performances yet. So the What Type of Actor quiz can be found at tinyurl.com/which actor are you. Let's paint a picture. You've got a meaty role. There's loads of emotional depth to it. There's a real big journey that this character goes on. You're excited. You're a little bit nervous. But you know that if you nail this role, it could shift absolutely everything for you. And then you start working on it. And it's inconsistent. One moment, you feel nothing. The next, it's everything. You can feel everything, almost too much. And there is no middle ground. This is exactly what I was talking about in the last episode with head actors and heart actors. When your work is swinging like this between these two extremes, either feeling everything or nothing, it's usually because you're moving between those two camps, the head camp and the heart camp. And here's a really important bit. Even if you are naturally one or the other, and let's say you are predominantly a head actor or you're predominantly a heart actor, you're not fixed there. You can actually jump. So you can jump between the head camp and the heart camp. So sometimes you'll hit a scene that just does not connect for you. There's nothing about it where you feel like you understand this scene on a visceral level, on an experiential level. So what happens is you end up going into your head and you analyse and you try to figure it out logically. And then there's other times when you hit something that feels very, very, very close to home, and then suddenly you're flooded. And it's intense, and it can even start to feel a little bit out of control. So what's happening then with these two types of scenes is because one you can connect to and one you can't, you end up bouncing between logic and emotion, depending on the scene and depending on how well you understand what's going on for the character. And then this is where the inconsistency comes from in your performances. I did this all the time. So when I was at drama school, we weren't trained in this. I only learned about it literally years later when I went deep into method acting. But I do remember in my third year, we did a show, and there was one scene which was the final scene in this show that I could always connect to, come rain or shine, no matter what. Sometimes, yeah, it got a bit big emotionally, but it was alive, it was real, it was authentic, I connected to it, I knew it on a heart level. And then the rest, I struggled with it. I was in struggle city. So what did I do when I was struggling? I went into my head. I tried to think my way there. I tried to understand it. I tried to control it. So I would literally swing between heart in one scene and head in the next. And of course I felt frustrated because I knew that my performance weren't consistent. I knew the struggle was real because I could feel it. I could feel myself disappointed after every one of those scenes where I didn't have a genuine connection. So as I said, I was swinging between the heart in one scene and then into the head the next scene. But at the time of me doing this, I didn't have the language for it. I didn't even have the knowledge. I had no idea what was going on. But I absolutely could feel the difference, because on those days when that final scene wasn't too out of control, or wasn't out of control, I should say, actually, and it was really, really genuine, on those days, that final scene landed and people would come up to me and they'd say things like, "Oh, you've just given me goosebumps," or "You nearly made me cry." I even remember, actually, someone else who was in the third year with me said, "I'm not going to give you loads of good feedback because I don't want to make your head swell, but you nailed that last scene." That was so lovely to hear. I loved it because I was like, yes, I'm doing something right. But then on the days that scene didn't land, there was silence. Absolutely nothing. And it's because I wasn't connected. I was literally just going through the motions, mechanically doing the scene. But here's a deeper truth to this. That wasn't enough for me. And I know when you're being inconsistent with your scenes, I know it's not enough for you either. I know that you don't just want to go through the motions in scenes. I know you want to genuinely have a real experience. I wanted to move people, and I didn't want to move people once. I wanted to move them every single time. Every audience that came to see that, I didn't want to be inconsistent. I wanted to move them every scene as well. I didn't want to only be able to connect to one scene and not the others. I wanted to fully live in the character and take the audience with me. I wanted them to forget for those 2 hours they were watching the play that they were watching a play. I wanted them to feel like they were in my world with me. But here's the thing, you cannot do that when you are stuck in your head. I learnt the hard way. You can't do that when you're overwhelmed in your emotions. And you can't do that when you are swinging between the two, being stuck in your head and getting sucked into your emotions that so much that they're huge. So if you're listening to my story and you can relate to it and you are like, "Oof, this sounds like me. I can see myself in that experience because I know that I'm inconsistent with my scenes." I know for a lot of you listening, you do experience that. I need to reassure you and let you know that there is nothing wrong with your acting, because that's one of the things that would really get me down. I would think that I wasn't talented, I wasn't good enough. There was something wrong with me. There was something that I was missing that everybody else wasn't, that they were all getting. But you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You are literally just out of balance with your head and your heart. And once you can see it, you can start to fix it, and you can fix it quickly. And that's exactly why I've created the What Type of Actor Are You quiz. Because once you get that feedback on the camp that you are predominantly in, you can get a really good understanding of what's actually working for you, what you need to do more of and keep, and what you need to drop and what needs replacing. So in the What Type of Actor Are You quiz, you answer a few short, quick questions about how you approach your work, how you approach scenes, and then you get a really clear breakdown of whether you lean more into head or more into heart, and what's actually blocking you right now with your performances. And then from there, I'll guide you on how to start bringing that back into balance. Because if you remember in the last episode, heart actors aren't better than head actors and head actors aren't better than heart actors. We need 50% of each to be the sublime actor. So once you've got that breakdown, if you then want to go further, I've included 3 method acting exercises you can use to sharpen your performances straight away. The quiz is free. The link is underneath where you hit play. Definitely go and take it after you've finished this episode. The link is tinyurl.com/which actor are you. When you do take the quiz, come and tell me. Come and jump onto Instagram and share your result with me. Come and tag us. It's at Standby Method Acting Studio. I love seeing the results, and I'll also reshare it for you as well, because we've got directors, writers, casting creatives watching our page, and they notice actors who are doing the work. In the next episode, we're going to go even deeper into this, and I'm going to show you the number 1 sign that you are disconnected in scenes, and the difference between thinking and gripping, which is quietly killing a lot of performances. So if you're done with the inconsistency, you're done with guessing, and you are ready to actually understand what's going on in your work, go and take the What Type of Actor Are You quiz. It's tinyurl.com/which actor are you, or hit the link underneath where you've hit play, and I'll see you in the next episode.
I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.